year went extremely fast.
Right.
It went fast, but it was a lot of success. It was definitely some fun along the way. Obviously, the work that the football program did was second to none. I'm still having to pinch myself about that here and there. But also, I think it was one of those things where iron sharpened iron, and it really motivated a lot of our other student athletes and coaches and campus community. I mean, we had six other sports that had winning records. You know, men's and women's basketball had great seasons. I mean, by Lavelle standards, he was not even close to happy, but he was second place in the regular season. Women's basketball had their most wins in the Division I program. Men's women's tennis had winning records. They did fabulous. They went to a championship, and then we looked at softball, and they got another championship to finish off the year. So it was a successful year, but as I had a chance to meet with the board, we still have some facility issues we have to repair for the future. Like I said before, campus is booming. If you look at the residence halls, the dining services, the student union. On the academic side, you can see the School of Nursing, School of Law, and then, in the corner in a minute, we'll be done with the School of Business. So, but athletics, we have to definitely improve our facilities there too. That's definitely. I don't want to say we have any weaknesses, but that's something we have to improve on. But and that's something I was also able to see, as you mentioned, traveling around to so many different schools, mid majors, Division Ones. That's something that we have to continue to improve, increase, and get on our different fundraising campaigns. And I was also happy to see, no matter what sport we were playing, the following we had from alums and friends of the community was really, really cool. And the sky's the limits, and now we can see by the fruits of our labors, all the applications received, enrollment will be up. So we know that being the front porch, we're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's definitely one of those things. You talked about motivation, and a year ago, about a year ago, we put out our inaugural FCS poll, and we didn't have you guys on the top 10. And Coach Oliver let us know when we saw him, all the way from we saw him in media day until on the stage at the Celebration Bowl, that they were not picked in some people's top 10. Just talk about Coach Oliver and the football program, being able to again be back around him. I know you guys went to school in the same area and everything. Just talk about what last year did for you guys as football program and just the university as a whole.
I don't think that we could even put a monetary value on what that did. I happened to see from when John Grant, the executive director of the bowl, he sent me a brand value of what we got regarding the celebration, what the value was. It was close to about 6.7 million in branding that we could never get anywhere. Advertising, branding, and marketing, we could never even touch that. I mean, 2.4 million people watched the Cricket Celebration Bowl. Our applications went up 73% from December 12th to January 2nd. So we know there's fruits of coach's labor in that team. So I always knew Coach Oliver was a winner, whether he was at Grambling State, whether he was at A&T. I was always in an ADW school playing him, and he kicked our butts religiously. You know what I mean? But to see how he works as a head coach with student athletes, the campus community, parents, other coaches, was a complete breath of fresh air. I've been around some football coaches that, the world revolves around them and they're not doing well. They want everybody else's day to be bad. I think Coach Oliver's leadership, his moxie, his confidence, it's great to be around. He's a no excuse guy. He's can't outwork him, and he holds everybody accountable. And he has such great relationships with the players and his staff. One really big family, and he demands respect, and he gives it right back to his guys, and that's why they're so so good. And then the whole football program. We have a very diverse group. We have men, women all over the place. Our DFO to the equipment managers to strength conditioning. So it's a very different setting. It's very progressive, and I didn't know we were going to win the Celebration Bowl when I first got here, but I knew we would be good. I knew we'd be competitive. I knew we'd be in the fight. And he's very, very coach is very, very consistent and good at what he does. And my senior year was his freshman year, and it wasn't it wasn't always easy for coach as a head coach here. It wasn't. I mean, going through COVID. Getting the culture and the type of guys in here he's wanted, it didn't happen overnight. It wasn't over, it wasn't by happenstance. He definitely has paid the price for the success that he's had.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And again, when you talk about it, you guys started the year, talk about exposure. You just looking at last year. You started the year in Charlotte at the Dukes Mayo Classic and beating up on the school in Greensboro, North Carolina, A&T, which I know you guys always enjoy doing. How do you guys top that in 2023? Again, you guys are, just as a whole athletic department, now you guys are the Hunnage, you guys are the standard, and you're not going to sneak up on anybody this year.
Exactly. And the good thing is that's what coach has been preaching all during spring ball in the summer. It's a different ball game now. Everybody circles us on their calendar. You're going to get the best of everybody we play now. There's no one that's going to be sleeping on you. No one is going to look past you. Everybody is going to be ready for you. And so now it's about preparation, that mentality. And I think what bodes well for Coach Oliver is those many places he's been in this situation before. And it's tough to repeat in our conference. I mean, look at South Carolina State. They were, Buddy Pugh, those teams are tough and good. And we were the only ones that couldn't beat them in conference last year, which is still a mystery to me. But that just shows you a lot about the competition. Nothing's given, nothing is guaranteed. But I will say this: the only way you can outdo last year is to do it again. I don't think we're a championship or bust team, but I think we want to do it again. I think we're set up to do it again. I mean, we have, I think, 12 different returning all-conference players, which is going to help. Staff is back. We've got the best quarterback in FCS, in my opinion. He's back. So it is very possible. But, the only way you're going to outdo last year is to do it again, period.
Yeah. And, with the Celebration Bowl, obviously the victors go the spoils. So, that provides you guys with some extra income or revenue. That provided you guys with some extra revenue. So what is it that what are some of the things? I know you talked about facilities and things like that. What are some of the things that you guys are doing, or what are the plans you guys have, or what's being with the funds from the Celebration Bowl? If you can talk about that.
One of the bigger plans will be to start. We just completed redoing our weight room, and a big piece of that was done. Well, I would say our main weight room. We have 2 weight rooms now, which is pretty cool. But our main weight room has been complete, and that was done mostly with a gift from a donor, a 6-figure gift. But the next 2 things we have to do, especially for football, which will divert some of that money to, is obviously we have to get a new field. So we'll play. This will be our last year playing on this field we have now. And the plan is as soon as the last day of practice is, they'll start redoing the field. And that's a very, very expensive piece. And then now we're start planning for our locker room, which is also an expensive piece. So those are the 2 things that and the Celebration Bowl money won't cover either one of those, but we will use that to help pay for both of those.
Gotcha. And then we look forward to this year. You guys just announced a couple of weeks ago that you guys are going to be doing the Thursday games. I think it's back to back or in close proximity.
Yeah.
Just talk about from an athletic director standpoint, the decision to take those games on. What goes into it, and what are the benefits of you guys giving up a at least one road Saturday game, one home Saturday game, and just how does that all work out?
Well, first and foremost, we have a partnership with ESPN, but obviously they're not going to show every game on Thursday night, so you have to be selected. Conference reaches out to the ads and the coaches, and then the ones that have been selected, and then it's up to us to decline or accept. And we accepted both. And I'll tell you, kind of partially reason why is the exposure is tremendous. I mean, that's you're one of the few people on TV that night, and having one home and away we thought was pretty cool. But it's a chance to showcase and expose your brand to millions of people that you would not have to do it before. And for us, it worked out even better because we'll be coming off our bye week 2. So, you have, we already had plenty of time to get ready. So it works in our favor. We're back to back Thursday night games, and the week before that we're off. So it kind of transitions. We know we're going to have 6 tough non-conference games, and then we have our bye, and then we switch into MEAC all day, every day. So it just works perfect for us with the schedule. But we like the opportunity to be exposed at high level, to be on TV. Our team gravitates to playing in those pro stadiums. They gravitate to the bright lights, and they like being showcased and exposed, on that 4-letter network. So it works very well for us. And we've had some pretty good success. Now this year playing Morgan, who wants some get back on us from last year, is going to be tough. And then it doesn't matter when or where you play South Carolina State. You got to bring your lunchbox and you got to be ready, because I know what Buddy Pugh's going to be bringing down the highway when he plays us. But we enjoy the game. And what we do is we work with our community partners in advance, because, Thursday night is tough. There's still classes, there's parking issues, there's logistic issues, there's traffic issues, but we try to get ahead of it. And we want butts in seats too. You want to look good for TV also. So that's another piece too. So we'll partner with different community organizations and things like that. So it's a great, it looks good, feels good, and people feel welcome, and it's a safe environment. We want people to have fun and see live Black college sports at the highest level. And we think we offer that.
Great stuff. And we won't keep you too much longer. We'll get you out of here on this. So you've got 1 year down in that chair as athletic director at your alma mater. A great start. What are you looking to build on? In year 2. What have you learned? I'm sorry, in year 1 that you feel like is going to help you guys be better in year 2.
Well, I think what's helped us and will help us continue to grow and be strong is, we're able to recruit a wide variety of student athletes across the country, across the world. And I think that's because North Carolina Central University sells itself. Name recognition is tremendous. I think we have outside of, a few hiccups here and there with athletic facilities, we have some great, like I said, residence halls. We're in a great location in North Carolina. Our facilities are great. Overall, any school where you can go, the Chick-fil-A, Panera Bread, eat different varieties, things like that. I think we offer a lot of different things to the incoming student that makes it, fun. And I also think that there's a lot to do on campus too. I give our student affairs a lot of credit for that, because they keep different license series, different speakers, all types of different variety. And I think that, we don't just pigeonhole ourselves into one type of institution. We're very vast, very broad. And I think that definitely helps. Because I think at the end of the day, you have to be able to sell your institution. I think Central does a very good job of selling itself. One thing I've also learned is our conference, whether it's 8 schools, 10 schools, 12 schools, it is extremely competitive. Very competitive. And it doesn't matter which sport it is. I don't care if it's bowling, softball, tennis. These young people, these coaches, they compete at a very high level. And you can see that by our non-conference wins that every school is always fighting for. I mean, we beat each other up pretty good. And then, any chance we get to play a non-conference school, another mid-major, we go at their next too. But the conference is so competitive, top to bottom, in so many different sports. I think that's one thing I learned and I've seen early on. Track and field was dominated by Howard and Norfolk, but they went at it a lot of the times. But it's across the board. Competition is at a very, very high level, which is why you see so many student athletes jumping in the portal trying to come to these different MEAC schools.
Awesome. Well, AD Perkins, Dr. Perkins, I really appreciate you for giving me your time once again. Congrats to everything that you got going on there at North Carolina Central as you head into year 2. And we'll be seeing you guys during football season, athletic season, and beyond. And look forward to the great things that are coming out in Durham.
Thank you very much, Stephen, for having us. And please don't forget my coach in that poll, because he's not going to let you forget.
I saw him on Saturday, and clearly he has not forgotten. So.
Oh, never will.
I got it. Again, he is Dr. Lewis Skip Perkins, athletic director at North Carolina Central University, and I'm Stephen J. Gaither, and you're watching HBCU Game Day.